I'll talk about why I chose Taiwan over UK for 2 to 5 minutes, and then I'll talk about how to get an 8.0 in IELTS. So the thing is that when I applied to UK in 2019, I got admission for spring 2020. And what happened was that there were around 4,000 cases on an average. There were 4,000 COVID-19 cases in UK at that time, uh, totaling to about 120,000 cases a month. So the scenario in UK related to COVID-19 was very, very bad. On March 23rd of that year of 2020, they decided for a full lockdown. So the universities were closed and my education would then be online. So basically, I was paying 30 lakh rupees to get my degree on a laptop sitting in India, which I realized was not worth it. So I thought that what to do now? I can't go definitely this year. I thought next year, maybe when things get better, I'll go back to UK because I had an option to defer my degree. Like I can start next year and I'll still have the admission. So I was thinking and I did not know what to do. So then I was looking for jobs because it was no point sitting at home and doing nothing. And of course, I could not do my master's. And that is how I found Educare Taiwan. So the first reason why I did not choose UK was because the health system is bad. Like it has a lot of place to improve. It is not the best in the world. Second, getting a degree online was very expensive. It was not worth it. Third, the employment for foreigners in UK is low. The employment rate is low. Why? Because they prefer European Union people over foreigners. So first, when a job is rolled out, they look for people who are already a part of European Union. If they are not a part of European Union, after that, it comes to the foreigners because they need to pay for your visa, right? They need to pay for your employment working visa. So you need to be extraordinarily good to get a job in UK. And that was a chance that I was not willing to take, especially after doing my degree online. So these were the three reasons why I did not choose UK. And why I chose Taiwan, because their health system is extraordinary. Since day one, Taiwan has been battling COVID-19 wonderfully, almost as good as New Zealand. So when you compare the top 2 to 3 countries in the world, the first is New Zealand and the second is Taiwan. That is one thing. The second, opportunities in Taiwan are endless. So it is an up and coming destination like Sweden was, like Ireland was. So now Ireland, Sweden, and Canada are famous. I'm pretty sure in 5 to 10 years, Taiwan is going to be just as famous as Canada and Ireland. So, and because with the help of Lin Ma'am and Sagarika Dee, I could see things that I myself could not because with their help. So Lin Ma'am used to talk in every webinar, in every meeting. She used to talk about new things related to Taiwan that I could not have found on my own. And because of her help and because of her vision, I realized that Taiwan is it. So even if Taiwan were closed this semester and if I had to go next year, I would place my bets to Taiwan. I would wait for a year, even if I had to wait to go to Taiwan. So that's the second. And about getting a job in Taiwan, like Lin Ma'am said, the opportunities are endless. You have 10 times more chances as compared to US, UK, and Canada. Next, I'll get to how I scored an 8.0 in IELTS. So in IELTS, the command over your English language matters, but you also need to know how to give the exam. Being good at English is not enough to get a good score in IELTS. I'll explain how. So there are 4 sections. The first section is listening section. So in listening section, the main part is concentration. You have to type the answers out while the audio is playing. So you cannot pause the audio and then write the answer. You have to write while the audio is playing. So the first skill that you need to work on is your concentration. How you work on it is by practicing. There is no way out. You have to practice. So after this section, I'll just post all the links that I used to practice in the chat box once I'm done. So first is concentration. Second is spelling. You need to make sure that you are good at spelling. Let's say the answer is progressing. The answer to the question is progressing. And let's say you miss an R, then the answer is wrong. They will not give you marks. Even though you are correct, but your spelling is wrong, they won't give you marks. So the first 2 things, the main 2 skills that you need to develop, first is concentration, second is spelling when it comes to the listening section. Next is the reading section. In reading section, again, you need to keep on practicing actual reading exams online. And once you start practicing more than a week, you will start finding patterns and oddities. So let's say there is a type of a question called true, not true, maybe, and then you have to select one answer. In the starting, you are probably going to get these wrong, but once you practice a lot, you will realize that now you understand what the question is all about and what they're asking you to do. The third section is writing. Now, we think that we do not need to practice writing because it's English and some of us are really good at speaking and talking and writing in English. But IELTS and TOEFL English is different. They follow a set of rules and procedures. So in order to know more about those rules and procedures, I'll also give a few links in the chat box, because I did not pay for tuition to learn IELTS. I did it all up by my own using YouTube and online resources. So writing follows a set of procedure. There is a way you start your paragraph, there is a way that you write your body, and there is a way that you end. You cannot go into the exam room without practicing the writing section. The last one is speaking section. In speaking section, honestly, the one skill that matters most is your confidence. Even I have seen people who are really good at English, who are really good at speaking in English, they are not good at giving the speaking exam in IELTS because they get scared, they get nervous, and they stutter. So then your English does not matter because you're not confident. Nervousness kills your marks. So let's say I am giving the IELTS speaking exam right now, and I'm like, so these gaps can only go if you practice speaking. So how do you practice speaking? For this, you cannot practice with your friends or your family members, because there are chances you will not be nervous in front of them. You need to find people that you can get nervous in front of. How you can do is that on Facebook, there are a lot of IELTS groups. You can just open your Facebook and write IELTS speaking practice. In that group, you will find students like you who want to practice speaking in English. So once you get into the group, you write a message, you find people like you, and then you get on a Zoom call or you get on a normal call, whatever is convenient for you, and then you practice English with them. Because they are strangers, you will be conscious about your own command over the English language. And then once you are done talking to them, and of course they will also practice with you, you both can take out your mistakes and then work on it before the next call. So that is the best way to practice the speaking exam. How I got an 8 is because I am already good at English. My English is not bad. So how can you decide what score you will get? Let's say after 1 week of practicing, the first week of practicing, your average score is 6. Okay, your average band in IELTS is 6. Then you can get a 7.5 if you work for a month. Let's say your average is 5, then you can get a 6.5. So if you are at 5, going to 8 is going to be very, 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 very difficult. But if you're already at 6.5, then coming to 8 is going to be much easier than if you were at 5. So basically, the test score that you get after the first week, put a gap of 1.5. That is the kind of marks that you can expect to get in your final IELTS. So my average in the first week was 6.5, and that is how I got an 8. If my average was 7, chances I would have gotten an 8.5. But if you are at a 4 or a 5, please do not expect that you will get an 8 after only practicing for a month or 2. If you are at a level 5, then to get to level 8, you will need at least 3 months of practicing and every day for at least 2 hours. So now I'm just going to copy and paste the links that I used for practicing during my IELTS. Just a second. So I have given my email ID. I have given 3 YouTube channels that I heavily depended on to get an 8 in IELTS. And then there are 2 practice websites that I use. So the website called Mini IELTS has about 70 to 80 listening tests, and I have completed all of them. They have about 50 to 60 reading tests, and I have completed all of them. And the main trick on how I got 8 from 6.5 was a good feedback mechanism. Every mistake I made sure that I would not make the same mistake again. So after every test, I used to check my mistakes. The first thing that I did was check my mistakes. Even if I got an 8, I will not be happy and I will not be satisfied, because I know that that 8 is not consistent, because I did not get full marks. So there is the gap there. And there is a gap where I made mistakes. So you forget about the good marks that you get, you concentrate on your mistakes, and you make sure you do not make the same mistake again. That is how I got from 6.5 to 8. Thank you.